The ultimate showdown of two Terran superstars. After 2 months of raw StarCraft 2 competition in the heart of South Korea, the Season 3 story of Maru and TY has finally come to an end. A battle between StarCraft royalty at the Afrika TV studios.
Oh, he's down to just 2 Reapers here, and they are badly hurt. Beautiful micro here from Maru as well. His grenade's doing a great job also. He's killed a couple SCVs.
Yeah, and it looks like
I
didn't think he was going to get that last one.
No.
Really unexpected move.
The pressure was on for Game 1 as Maru teched towards mechs. Hellions were there to roast down large numbers of SCVs, while his Cyclones took down any threat from afar. Sourcing intel was crucial. Both players needed to know what the other was building. This led to a hybrid mech bio composition on both sides. Positioning, micromanagement, and numbers were pivotal for the minutes ahead.
Okay, the Vikings coming down here. You were mentioning earlier, having superior air support, very important in late game TDT. He can throw these auto turrets down here. It's just going to be enough damage to actually take these tanks out. It looks like only one is picked off. Not an area that TY will be able to attack.
With TY's forces split, Maru went for the jugular. His Vikings took down TY's air support. His tanks and Marines made short work of the opposing ground army. TY's expansion was forced to retreat, and with one final assault of TY's base, Maru took the first match of the grand final set. With Eternal Empire in the bag, Maru had his sights set on the map of Ice and Chrome, a snow-covered battlefield where Maru could once more overwhelm TY. Establishing a strong defense, TY's attempt to assault Maru's base was ultimately shut down. A single Banshee did manage to knock off some of Maru's SCVs, but it too was forced out. War was brought to Maru's doorstep. An attempt to flank from the south was foiled by TY, as his siege tanks continued to bombard Maru's command center, inflicting some real damage to his economy. Adding insult to injury, TY performed a double medevac drop into Maru's unguarded main base, ripping through his mineral line in seconds. With consistent marine drops and siege tanks attacking from all sides, Maru quickly found himself in a world of trouble.
He is now right in the middle of the territory here of TY in this real Hail Mary push.
It is a Hail Mary push, but that is a lot of Marines. It looks like TY going to give up this base, and if you give up this base, Maru's going to want another one.
Coming here once more.
In a last-ditch effort to take Game 2, Maru's forces marched down the center of the map, destroying anything and everything on its warpath.
Holding on tight right.
Rather than confronting Maru directly, TY sent his army south to take his opponent's base head-on. Maru had to react, pulling everything he had for an epic Game 2 final stand.
Maru with so many Marines, TY having to run, leaving some tanks behind.
TY can't afford to lose this fight right now. All the tanks are disabled. But it looks like TY maybe has enough. He does, GG!
TY conquered his South Korean rival from start to finish, evening the scores to one map aside. Submarine was the next arena these two titans of the game would stand their ground in, and the harassment was already coming out hard and strong as Maru sent Reapers to pluck off some of TY's SCVs. StarCraft 2 fans from far and wide know that TY is the master of early medevac drops, but unfortunately for him, Maru was prepared for it. Maru was also prepared to end the game early, sending his entire militia towards TY's main.
All right, 5 auto turrets come down, but look how quickly Maru gets out.
That was perfectly done there by Maru. He
Wow.
got out, he got away. He still has access to the main. He can still shell this all he wants. He's going to land the Vikings here.
Just some brilliant plays coming out of Maru so far.
It's like, you're almost never going to trade that well.
TY cleaned up the forces assaulting his base and went to work on a counterattack, positioned neatly between Maru's main production lines. Marines were sent in to land the killing blow. blasting Maru's air support from the sky until there was nothing left to do but concede. GG was called, and with that, TY claimed his second victory in the GSL Season 3 Best-of-7 Grand Finals. One game down in the Grand Final Series, Maru put up a strong defense in Game 4's Death Aura. The TVT match was nearly identical. Vikings were controlling the sky, while Marines moved in to pick off stragglers. TY took to the air with some serious firepower, controlling his side of the map as he bombarded Maru with battle cruisers. With some BCs of his own, Maru rained down chaos and fury on TY's main base. Even though his structures were left in ruins, TY had a strong and capable army, which he was using to roam the map and pick off what he could. It all came to a head near the 33-minute mark as TY launched his final assault. Maru had found a way to even the scores, disrupting TY's quest for another GSL victory. A visit to Golden Wall saw another iconic early game medevac drop from TY, obliterating Maru's secondary mineral line at a crucial point in his build order. Maru immediately sent a counterattack, but TY was more than ready for it with a solid high ground defense. While his army was distracted, Maru's SCVs were falling one by one at the hands of TY's Banshees, crippling his economy in a big way. In a desperate attempt to end the game, Maru moved everything he had into TY's main. While over on the eastern side of the map, TY had leveled both of Maru's expansions. Recovering from each attack respectfully, it was TY who had the minerals and structures in order to mass produce, remaining consistent in pressuring Maru, which ultimately led to a Game 5 win. TY was only one more map away from his second 2020 GSL title, and the Pillars of Gold was going to be the war zone that would lead him there. Concentrating on his corner of the map, Maru massed his Marines, siege tanks, and Ravens, anticipating an early push from TY. TY made his first advancement at the 8-minute mark, sending several Marines to their deaths as Maru successfully foiled TY's drop. After biding his time to conjure up an army, Maru started to march across the map. But while Maru was making his stand, TY was busting down his opponent's main from the inside, repeating history as he used a small force to create a big upset. The game was slipping from Maru, and in a final act to keep his dream alive in the GSL Season 3 Grand Final, he made one final strike against TY. An outstanding player in all aspects of the game, the King of Terran claimed his second Africa TV trophy for the 2020 season, earning the GSL crown, another Starcraft 2 champion title, and a royal position in the 2020 Starcraft 2 Global Finals. Congratulations, TY. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with the amazing eSport content from around the gaming globe. Only on Unbeaten Esports.